This is living proof of who is January.
Gotcha, bitch!
What's up everyone, my Epictastic family? Welcome back to the reviews. Unfortunately, we have reached so far the first shitty movie of 2024 and the first horror movie of the year that I've watched. And this is going to be for a little movie that you probably never heard of course, and that movie is Founders Day.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
To be honest with you, I didn't even know what this was about. I didn't see a trailer, I didn't see advertisements for it. All I heard was people like my good friend Jake from Jacob Hubbard over his channel talking about this. I was also seeing some other people talk about this movie as well, so I went into this and wanted to give this movie the little bit of chance that I feel like it should get, because you know me, even if a movie looks bad, I always like to give things a chance. The movie may not always be great, but you know, I always am willing to give movies a chance, no matter how good or how bad the movie is. So I went ahead and gave this movie a chance a couple days ago, and let me tell you right now, just by that facial expression, you can already guess how my thoughts on this movie are. It's gonna be one of those times where I'm finna just unleash the tiger and we're gonna go full rants for us, because this is gonna be an easy rant for me to get out of my chest, because the Epictasticness needs to let off some steam with this bitch. So essentially the premise of this movie here, this is a political slasher horror movie, which it takes place during the election day as a series of ominous murders rocks the small town just days before a heated mayoral election. As accusations fly and the threat of a mass killer darkens every corner, residents must race against time to uncover the truth. That should be enough for a political slasher horror movie, right?
What the fuck is this?
Well, let's just say they fumbled the ball. Before I go any further, I'm more than aware that this is a movie that's not going to be for everyone. Some people are going to really eat this shit up. Some people are going to really hate this. And I like giving independent horror movies a chance because they're made for little to no money. They always can come up with something interesting, even if it's not the best. And I try to give independent filmmakers a chance. Starting off with the positives of this movie. Positives, I'm only saying these just to have something good to say about this movie, but to find a little bit of redeeming quality in it. And I think overall, the performances, for the most part, they're fine. 3 actors in this movie are desperately trying like hell. 3 out of this whole entire cast, I've not seen any of these actors before, so I do hope they go on to do better movies and have much stronger careers and be able to flex their acting muscles. Kills are brutal. If you're coming for the sweet carnage candy, that's that. And I do like the mask of the killer. Again, as I just said, the disclaimer for what you will, I respect that these independent filmmakers are trying. I respect the fact that they did the best with what they could. Why this movie does not work for me, we're going straight into the negatives of this bitch, because I have nothing else nice to say about this. From a script writing standpoint and from an execution standpoint, this movie wastes its full potential on the fucking story. This is a story that should easily be interesting to do, and you have an interesting concept here with a series of murders taking place during an election, therefore on election day and Founders Day. I think that is enough there in that said source material to actually go into some very interesting ways politically and horrifyingly, like how a lot of people are getting ramped up about the town secrets, or there's some undercover political thing when it comes to the meaning of the holiday that they never go into. Nope.
You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
They don't take full advantage of any of that shit throughout this entire fucking movie. And I think from the writing aspect and the direction aspect, and from as far as an idea, this movie wastes its entire idea to take place on an ideal political holiday, and it does not work whatsoever. I was not only finding myself getting irritated with this movie at points, but I was also finding myself being incredibly exhausted watching this bitch. I know they have a small budget. If you ain't got the budget or decent characters or something, or even well executed ambitions to take it on, you're just hurting yourself. And it also doesn't help the fact that this movie really just gets under your fucking skin and under your freaking nerves in terms of characters. You don't give a fuck about a single character. They're pretty much cartoon characters throughout. You have the lead girl who's basically doesn't have any motivation in the story. You have Amy Hargreaves. This is a waste of this actress. I have seen her in stuff. Michael Clayton. This is a waste of her talent in this. You also have the Mr. Jackson, who's another character who doesn't do anything. You have the lead guy who has an interest in Allison. You have her friends. You have the commissioner. Then you have everyone else, and it's like none of these characters are interesting. Not even the police officer themselves. All of these characters I thought were bland, one generic, fucking abysmal in terms of acting, aside from three, Amy Hargreaves and the two lead actors. Not only that, I feel like the story here, the movie, it felt like a drag to get through. This is an hour and 46 minutes there. This felt like 6 hours worth of pain because I couldn't latch into a single character. I couldn't latch on into a single damn storyline that they were giving. And not only that, I thought the characters in this movie were absolute bland and generic. I understand your budget has limitations, but damn it, put some effort into the freaking script, please. I'm begging you. Cinematography wise, this movie looks bland as fuck. This is one of the most ugliest looking films. Now, there are some things they try to do with the cinematography here that try to make it creepy and try to make it interesting, but the way they come across it, it doesn't really use that into its fullest advantage, and it definitely just feels like we're just going through the same exact shit and with nothing interesting to go on whatsoever. And it definitely feels like that the script needed a lot more and the cinematography needed a lot more effort. Again, I understand this is a low budget. I keep saying that because I don't want to harp on them too badly. But damn it, this is a prime example of you could do better. You could do better than this shit. I feel like the biggest individual crime in terms of this movie, in terms of that, the editing is so shaky and so quick cut, cut. It feels like that in terms of the editing. It feels like the editing in this movie is not all that strong. It also feels like you're sitting here with so many different ways that they edit the scenes. There's one moment you have this scene edited this way, and then you have a kill edited. And where's the narrative flow? Where's the creative flavor, individuality into the editing style of this movie? Damn. This movie, the rest of the cast in this movie is universally fucking atrocious. And also, there's times in this movie where the sound would be, they would have the music and sound playing over a kill scene, and the music just going way the fuck up. It's like you trying to outdo Chris Nolan or the scene in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning that happens with Elsa. It's like that. It's that you're not being as creative as you were to. With how absurd this movie gets in the last 2%, it's just so goddamn generic in terms of that. We're gonna go ahead and get out of the way. The killer motivation is lackluster as fuck. There's no motivation when it comes to the killer. It's just all pretty much just there, and you don't even get his full plan. And when you do get the full plan and the final killer reveal, it's like you're just sitting there like, wow, you really undercooked this potential killer. Now, I know we need different new slasher killers. I'm always champion for new slasher icons or horror icons to separate yourself from Freddy Krueger, Jason and Michael, Chucky, Annabelle, Samara Morgan, The Grudge, Alien, Predator. But if you're going to have a slasher killer like this who kills people on election day, have a better fucking motivation and have a better interest. It's damn. And finally, the biggest elephant in the room, I fucking hated the way this movie ended. This movie ends on the most unsatisfactory notes. I can't spoil it. It's just the way this movie ends. I literally sat there angry and I was laughing at the same time. I'm like, this is how the fuck you choose to end this movie? This is how you choose to end the movie! Why? Jesus Christ! Damn it! I respected the filmmakers try. Okay? I respected the filmmakers try overall to try and make a new slasher icon, to try and put the best work forward with the low budget and the limitations they have, and with the story ambition there. There is some interesting brutal kills, and I do like the design of the killer, but almost everything else sucks about this movie, from the direction to the writing to the cinematography to half of the acting minus 3 people in this cast. And in terms of a script, in terms of a story, and in terms of motivation for the killer, that's where this movie really falters for me. This is so far the worst movie of 2024. And if there's anything else that comes out that's worse than this, then so God fucking help us all. Do not buy this, don't see it, do not pay money, do not watch it on streaming, don't talk about it. There are so many other better slasher movies you can watch. If you want to, just go watch Thanksgiving again. I'm saving you an hour and 45 minutes of nothing. Thank me. Well, that's gonna do it for the video that you just watched. If you want to see more, my channel icon is up here. If you want to see more content from me, all my social medias are right here in this end card. I will also leave a playlist and a video here for you to see what the channel is about. As always, acknowledge me, stay Epictastic, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.